Hey everyone, welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're diving into a seriously hot topic, Google's new plan to use AI to determine your age. Yes, you heard that right. They're not just asking you anymore. They're using AI to guess. Is this the future of online safety or a major privacy red flag? Let's break it down. Think of it like the butterfly effect. A seemingly small decision, Google wanting to verify your age, can trigger a cascade of consequences throughout the tech world and beyond. We're talking about changes to how you experience the internet, how companies target ads, and even how governments regulate online content. The stakes are high, folks. All right, let's start with the immediate impact. Google says this is all about making the internet safer, especially for kids. The idea is to accurately filter content based on your actual age, not just what you tell them. That means less inappropriate stuff for younger users and a more tailored experience for adults. Sounds good, right? But there's a catch. What happens if the AI gets it wrong? Imagine being flagged as underage and suddenly having to jump through hoops to prove you're old enough to access certain sites or apps. We're talking about uploading IDs, credit card info, or even taking selfies. That's a lot of friction, and it could get seriously frustrating, especially if these AI systems aren't perfect. And let's be honest, AI is never perfect. On the flip side, this could be a boost for parental controls. Features like Family Link and School Time could become even more effective, giving parents more power to manage their kids' online world. This is a win for concerned parents who want to keep their children safe from the dangers lurking online. But is it enough to justify the potential privacy concerns? Now, let's zoom out a bit. This move by Google is going to have a ripple effect on other industries. Think about it. If Google's doing it, other platforms will feel the pressure to follow suit. That means a boom in the age verification technology market. Companies specializing in ID scanning, facial recognition, and other identity solutions are about to see a surge in demand. Cha-ching. This also puts the heat on social media giants like TikTok and Snapchat. They're already under scrutiny for protecting younger users. If Google's AI age estimation proves effective, these platforms will have to invest in similar measures to stay competitive and avoid getting hammered by regulators. The pressure is on. But here's where things get really tricky. We're talking about AI ethics and bias. These algorithms aren't neutral. They're trained on data that can reflect societal biases. We need to be incredibly vigilant to ensure that these AI systems aren't unfairly restricting access to content for certain demographics. Imagine being denied access to information simply because the AI misinterprets your ethnicity or appearance. That's not the future we want. And let's not forget the advertising industry. Stricter age-based restrictions are going to shake things up. Advertisers will need to rethink their strategies and adapt to a world where they can't target young users as easily. This could have a significant impact on ad revenue for platforms, leading to a major shift in the online advertising landscape. Buckle up, advertisers. Okay, let's look at the bigger picture. A safer online environment for children? That's a huge win. It could have long-term positive effects on their mental health, development, and overall well-being. We're talking about building a generation that's more confident, informed, and resilient. That's a future worth fighting for. And it's not just about the kids. By proactively protecting young users, Google and other platforms can build trust with parents, educators, and policymakers. That trust could lead to less regulation and greater user engagement. It's a virtuous cycle. Safety breeds trust, and trust breeds growth. But only if it's done right. But here's the dark side, data privacy. Collecting and analyzing user data to estimate age? That's a privacy minefield. We need a serious debate about the appropriate use of personal information and the potential for misuse or data breaches. Are we willing to sacrifice our privacy for the sake of online safety? That's the question we need to answer. And let's not forget the digital divide. Age verification hurdles could disproportionately affect individuals in developing countries. Access to required documentation like IDs or credit cards may be limited, potentially restricting access to online services and information. We can't create a system that further marginalizes those who are already disadvantaged. Ultimately, this boils down to an ethical question. Should AI be used to determine age, especially if it leads to misidentification and restriction of access to information? Who gets to decide what's appropriate for whom? These are complex questions with no easy answers, but we need to start asking them now. This also represents a shift in responsibility. It's moving some of the burden from the user to the platform for determining content appropriateness. But is that a good thing? Does it infantilize users and erode personal responsibility? These are questions we need to grapple with as we move forward. All right, let's talk about the risks. First up, the technical risks. The biggest one? Accuracy and bias. If the AI model misclassifies users' ages, it could lead to a ton of problems. Imagine being 17 and constantly being blocked from accessing adult content. It's not just annoying, it's unfair. And what about data bias? If the AI is trained on skewed data, it could disproportionately flag certain demographics as underage or overage. We need to make sure this technology is fair and unbiased. Then there's data security and privacy. The collection and storage of user data for age estimation could be a goldmine for hackers. A data breach could expose sensitive information to unauthorized parties. And let's be honest, who really trusts big tech companies with their data these days? We need to demand robust security measures to protect our privacy. And don't forget about model maintenance. The AI model's accuracy can degrade over time as user behavior and online trends evolve. Regular updates and retraining are essential to keep it accurate. It's like a car. You can't just buy it and forget about it. You need to maintain it to keep it running smoothly. The same goes for AI. Now, let's move on to the business risks. User backlash is a big one. If the age estimation system is perceived as inaccurate, intrusive, or biased, it could seriously damage Google's brand reputation. People don't like being treated unfairly, and they're not afraid to vote with their feet. User attrition is a real possibility if Google doesn't get this right. And then there's regulatory scrutiny and legal challenges. The age estimation system must comply with data privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA. And if the system leads to discriminatory outcomes or violates users' rights, Google could face lawsuits. The legal bills could be astronomical. Compliance is key, folks. Finally, let's talk about the ethical risks. Privacy and autonomy are paramount. Users need to understand how the age estimation system works and what data is being used to make decisions about their access to content and services. Transparency is crucial. We can't let AI erode our autonomy and freedom of choice. And let's not forget about discrimination and fairness. Algorithmic bias is a serious concern. The AI model could perpetuate or amplify existing societal biases, leading to discriminatory outcomes for certain groups. We need to ensure that everyone is treated fairly, regardless of their background or appearance. So, how do we mitigate these risks? First and foremost, transparency. Be upfront with users about how the age estimation system works and what data is being used. No more black boxes. We need to know what's going on under the hood. Second, prioritize accuracy and fairness in the design and training of the AI model. Regularly audit the model for bias and make adjustments as needed. It's an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. Third, implement robust data security and privacy measures to protect user data. Treat our data like it's your own. We need to know that our information is safe and secure. Fourth, provide users with meaningful choices about how their data is used and allow them to opt out of age estimation if they choose. Give us control over our own data. It's our right. Fifth, establish a clear and accessible appeals process for users who are incorrectly classified. Give us a chance to correct the record. Everyone deserves a fair hearing. So, what's the verdict? Google's AI age estimation is a double-edged sword. It has the potential to make the internet safer for children, but it also raises serious privacy and ethical concerns. We need to proceed with caution and demand transparency, fairness, and accountability. The future of the internet depends on it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.